just his guests. So who amongst the guest list is likely to be late? Shinobi.
So are you looking at the description? We've got Maven, Shinobi. That's Mr. D, of course. It might be a very light panel, or maybe he just it could be that his other guests do not have any link to share. It might just be a randomer from Twitter.
A light panel suggests an early start, so I'm going to put my bet at 6 minutes.
Can I share an awful secret with you? I didn't start the broadcast. I mean, it started now. I didn't start it. I clicked the button, but on StreamYard you have to click another button to say okay.
Are we live now then?
We are not. We are live. We
are live now.
I'll just reiterate what I just said about the timer. So, Unpopular Opinions is now 3 minutes and 30 seconds late. We were
shockingly waiting for UO was 3 minutes and 30 seconds late.
No. We were only 2 minutes late.
We were 2 minutes late. So I mean, it's now open to our audience to begin waiting for UO.
Yeah,
that's their potential project.
Well, we've even got messages. Thank you very much, people on the chat. 15-minute session of confusion and delay predicted. Okay, so Gently Benevolent has put his thumb down on 15 minutes. I guess. What did you say, Lam? Did you say the same as last week? You said 8 minutes again, or?
I think 6 minutes. Given that there's a light panel, I do think it's hilarious that we managed to start on time once. A show that's entirely based around the concept that shows should start on time has already begun late.
It's going to look, next week is going to be perfect. I'm still getting used to this format of actually starting on time. It's a very foreign concept to me.
Yes, whilst we may start late, at least we care.
No, we will. We will start dead on time next week and every other week.
Punctuality is our beginning and ending, our alpha and omega.
Look, if in my defense, on OBS, you push start and it starts. On StreamYard, you have to say start and it goes, are you double super sure?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to say, yeah, same thing for ending the broadcast, which makes it a little bit less dramatic when we do end up ending it. But we've got 7 viewers. That's like 3.5 times more than we had at our peak last week. So I'm very happy about that.
But it's pretty crazy.
Our breadcrumbs worked.
I'm gonna switch to a couple of my other accounts and see if we can get more people in.
While you're doing that, I'm going to analyze the thumbnail, which is something we're going to make into a weekly tradition in the weeks that we actually have a thumbnail. And sometimes the actual stream scheduling itself is rather late. But okay, so this time it's it's even less effort than last time. All we've got is a screenshot of a tweet with the photos that came with the tweet, and the photos are cut off. They're cropped so badly, you can't see the bottom half of this lady's face, and you can't even see what the subject of this photo is. He's literally just gone to Twitter and taken a screenshot of Diane Abbott's tweet. The tweet says, "Black activist Sasha Johnson in hospital in critical condition after sustaining a gunshot wound to the head. Nobody should have to potentially pay with their life because they stood up for racial justice. Hashtag Black Lives Matter," which I suppose will be the subject of this week's stream.
Yes. Now, I only get my news from this stream, so this is the first I'm hearing about this gunshot situation.
Well, similarly, I've been seeing this photo of this lady. You can't see the whole thing. I don't know anything about her, but apparently, according to this tweet, she was shot. It's not quite as simple as her being. We'll see anyway if they ever get around to talking about it. But what struck me about this photo, which is the one that's been used by a lot of the media, is that these sunglasses look great on this young lady, Sasha Johnson. Absolutely killer sunglasses game. I think finding a good pair of glasses or sunglasses, that's a huge boon in life.
She styled it out with the hat being black as well. It's a strong. I mean, we're only seeing up to the middle of the top lip, but I'm assuming that the rest of her outfit is equally fitting.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh,
I think I associate round glasses with John Lennon, or is that
yeah.
star-shaped glasses?
No, I think that's not an uncommon association, although he did not invent them. Jackie
Did he
O.
not? What was he famous for then? I thought he was a sunglass designer.
Oh, very good. How are we doing with the live chat? We're now, just a quick update. We're 7 minutes 50 late.
I've posted 5 different times with different channels in the chat, so I'm doing my bit.
I would say that you're losing your bet, but I didn't put my chip down anywhere, so I can't say that I'm losing. But
you can't wait until after I've finished and then put your bet in.
Based on my current information, which is that it's definitely more than 8.5 minutes, I'm going to say that it's going to be 15 minutes late. So we're going to be waiting another, do some maths here, some 7 minutes for the stream. Feel free to write in the chat, everybody, what you expect the starting time to be.
Presumably, given no other information, you should always assume it's going to be double the amount of time that you've waited so far. Is that right?
Is that a fact?
I think the maths checks out.
Interesting.
Oh, people are saying hello to me as Lambda Bible Studies.
That's nice.
But yeah, that is nice. I'll respond to.
Check out Lambda Bible Studies. I've put a link in the description there. So properly organized. There's links to everything. Although there actually isn't a link to the actual stream. But if you're here, you probably saw it already. The problem is I am more organized than the academic agent. So I have drawn up this whole stream and scheduled it for 9 o'clock, hours ago. And so there's nothing to, at that point, there's no link to put in the description for the stream itself, for the Unpopular Opinions stream, I mean. So, and I'm not going to do it now because at any second the stream could start and I'll have to hit the end broadcast button and then hit the "Are you super duper sure?" button after that. So I'm not going to do anything fancy right now. That's why
I think that's the prediction from Emperor Shaddam 4 of 21:17 as a start time.
Oh, is it 21 minutes and 17 seconds late, or is it 17 minutes late?
I would take 21 as being 9 p.m. in a 24-hour sort of military time.
That seems sensible. Well, we'll see, won't we? It's up to 10 minutes and 10 seconds now, by the way. Should
we encourage our viewers to spam their chat with adverts for this stream, or is that considered, inter-stream aggression?
We've got 15 viewers, which I'm very happy with. We don't want to blow our cover. Basically, I was just going to mention that. Very pleased to have 16 of you watching. But we'd like to keep this a secret from the academic agent for as long as possible. Just because it would just be funny that he doesn't even know that
being on the inside of a secret club is always cool.
Yes, exactly. So although we did post it a few times in the chat, we're sort of hoping that he wasn't looking, but we managed to get him while his back was turned, which is part of the fun, isn't it? The sneaking around in broad daylight. Oh, someone, our friend Christian Carlson has shilled for us.
That is the shill for this week, that little bit of text.
Yeah, you can see it appears in highlighted orange for me, but it won't appear that way for everyone else. It'll slip under the radar for that reason. Very exciting. Okay. How's the how's your stream doing? I've owned this channel, the Waiting for UO channel. I've only subscribed to you, me, and the academic agent. And I keep getting recommended your Bible study that's titled "Eat My Flesh."
Well, why wouldn't you want to watch a stream with such an intriguing title? It's going well. I would say I feel as part of one of the co-hosts of this channel, I'm excited by how quickly it's grown. But as a member of the Lambda Bible Study, I'm distressed to see that next week I'm fairly sure we'll have more viewers here than on my Bible study streams.
Just recent growth. Yeah, more people are interested in waiting for another stream than they are to learn about the Word of God.
Well, that's a sad indictment on the modern world, but in some ways not surprising.
All right. Yeah, well, I'll be. Well, I can't always watch live, unfortunately, but I'll be tuning in, and I'll definitely be watching Eat My Flesh. And you've used a brilliant use of all caps in that title as well. I appreciate the formatting.
I went through a phase of doing the most clickbaity titles that I could. At first, I was very reserved with my stream titles, and then I felt I just had to get over that, because ultimately you're putting in the thumbnails and you're putting in the descriptions to try and grab people's attention. So there's no shame in it. In some ways, I think I enjoy a stream more if it's got a clickbaity title. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Even if the content of the stream is exactly the same, the fact that it had a title that grabbed my attention means that I enjoy it more. It's like when you go to a restaurant, if you drink wine that is more expensive, there's studies have shown that you will enjoy it more just purely because of the price. The exact identical taste, but you just know that. So yeah, I think of a clickbaity title as the equivalent of an expensive wine label.
What do you think about this title? We've got Diane Abbott is at it again. I appreciate that.
Is Abbott and at it? Is there some internal wordplay going on? He's getting his kind of Kanye vibe on. It's a good clickbait title, isn't it? I mean, Diane Abbott is always a favorite subject amongst UO fans. I don't know the story, so I'm excited to find out.
I mean, I think it's just this
tweet, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, at it again, what she's known for is messing up, fudging her words, fudging her facts. And I believe what this is that what it'll turn out to be is that this brave social justice BLM warrior was not killed by a bunch of racist white people, but was actually killed by other Black people. I think that's the story.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm not anticipating that. That's something I've heard on the from the crumbs.
It's not completely speculated. Yeah.
No.
I mean, listeners should understand this is not a replication of the content of Unpopular Opinions. We're a meta Unpopular Opinions. We discuss the potential content that UO might discuss in that context, but we're not going to go and research ourselves. That's not our job.
We're not saying this is an equivalent product to Unpopular Opinions. That's for others to say.
Yeah.
Okay, we're up to 15 minutes and 31 seconds. That is, I think, beyond what I said it would be. So we've now gone over, and I think it's I guess it's still possible I could be the closest, but we're getting up to one of our listeners being the next winner. We've got 17 minutes, 22.
What are we going to do if AA becomes a fan of this stream and is just watching it and forgets that he has his own stream to run?
How could he forget when we mention it every 5 minutes?
That's true.
I did want to speculate about look. So we got 400 waiting for Unpopular Opinions. That's what I was going to say. Is the 420 times 16 minutes. That's a whole lot of human productivity that's been lost in waiting.
That was the argument that Steve Jobs used, wasn't it, when he was trying to hire one of the executives from Coca-Cola? He said, well, I think that was the situation. He basically said, no, I'm mixing up two Steve Jobs stories. But his argument to one of his engineers, can you make this thing boot up faster? The initial answer was no. And then he said, how much effort would you put in to save a life? And he said, well, we're going to sell millions of these computers, and a minute off the boot time of all of these people is millions of hours, and that's equivalent to X human lives.
Exactly. Well, how many human lives are we saving tonight?
Well, how many viewers have we got right now? I can't see.
We've got 15 times the 17 minutes, we say.
So 15 times 17.
You asking me? Because I think you're the smarter one. I think.
I'm 4.25 hours so far saved. I think that's a pretty good evening's work. 4%